Hey, what up, y'all? This is Ryan C. Spencer. I'm the cinematographer for the Lesbian Homie Season 4. I have this scene that I pulled up. I want to show you guys kind of what we did to do the lighting and how to shoot this. The reason why I chose this scene is because we shot some of these shots on different days and different times of day. Some were at night, some were daytime. And I'm going to show you how we try to seamlessly put it together where when you're watching the series or that scene, it feels like it's all happening at the same moment, but it's really shot on different days. So I have this pulled up right here. Okay. So this is a scene where all the girls, they're all hanging out watching a basketball game. And Cass here, Cassandra, she's like getting a little more girly because she's normally like a tomboy kind of stud, and she's getting a little more girly for a girl she's dating, and they're kind of like clowning her and tripping out on her, whatever. But Reese here, let me show you. That's shot A, but here is there is. So Reese on the right here, she had to sneak out E, which she's dating right now, but they don't know they're dating. So she snuck out the window and is coming around now to the back door, which is like her front door, I guess, in the series, but it's a back door at this house. But so look, she gets up right now to go answer the door with E, but she opens the door here. Later in the evening, we shot this, okay? Which is still daylight outside. Now, this shot here, let me pause this for a second. This shot here is actually shot at night, like completely dark outside. Like, I don't know, let's say like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. at night. And the light, the window behind her, we're shining lights through there to make it look like daytime, and we have the camera set to make it look like daytime. And we also have a light coming from here. I'm gonna show you my. Hope you can see this arrow here. So you see that the light that's on Reese here on her face. There's a light we have outside this door shining in through here to light her to make like daylight. Then we also have a light outside this window shining at a certain angle with the right, temperatures as well as the temperatures in our camera to make this look like daytime. We also have a lot of lights in this room here that you're seeing. We're actually bouncing. I don't know if you guys can see me because I can't see myself right now, but we're like bouncing light into a ceiling to give like ambient overall like feel of lighting that it's still daytime in here. But we also do have some tungsten bulb, like regular lamp lights on that are giving kind of a warm look. If you look at my screen here, I'm waving the arrow on the wall. It's a little warm right here. It's not as white as like this light here, because there are lamps in here that have like warm bulbs, but we also are shooting a lot of daylight into this room to give it this feel. But this is like 11 o'clock at night. I can't tell you the exact time, but I know it was dark and it was nighttime. So now you'll see she comes in here when she answered the door, but we shot the scene before this on a whole nother day in like a afternoon, like morning or afternoon. So, we had to match this shot so it all cohesively feel like it's the same scene, the same time of day, right? So now I'm gonna hit play. Watch this. She says, "What up, y'all?" They go, "What up, y'all?" See? So this shot I shot here that you're looking at now, I shot this the same day we shot all of them talking on the couch. And then I went and shot this shot to make sure that we had their, high and wave, like reversal. This is reversal to wave at E when she came in. So I shot this knowing that. Yeah, so again, this is nighttime that we shot this, but it looks like daytime, right? And then here, she's waving, they wave back. They're waving at someone else that's not even E right here. E wasn't even, I don't think was even here this day. She might have been here this day, but I don't think she was even here. And they waved at someone else, like one of our PAs, or they waved at Ja or something. And so they waved saying, "What up, E?" here. And then, again, I shot, this shot of her waving at them back here on a whole other day. So now she's like, "What up, y'all?" And like, "What up?" Right? So now that all connects and it feels it's all cohesive, like we really shot it all at the same time, but we didn't. And then they go into also, let me talk about my lighting here, by the way. In this scene, even though it is daytime and there's some light outside, this window is not really this bright right here. So we have a 1200, it's called a 1200, it's an aperture light. It's like 1200 watts, but it really puts out more, like over 2000 watts of like how old RE lights used to be. Like these have like these lights, RE lights used to be like 150 watts, 300, 650s, 1000, we call them 1Ks. And those all had a certain kind of like intensity and amount of brightness, like 2Ks. This 1200 is brighter than a 2K. I believe it's probably like 24 to 2800, like on an RE tungsten camera, or sorry, RE tungsten light. Yeah, compared to an RE tungsten light, this would be like the light that's outside this sliding glass door right here. That's probably over 2K. It's probably 24 to 2800 if it was like a RE light. But yeah, so this light here, 1200 light coming in. Use my arrow here. So the 1200 is coming in this way on them. Do you see it? We have it kind of like shining a certain direction, and we close these curtains so it'd be a softer light on everybody. And I think we opened a little crack of the curtain over here somewhere. You can't see off screen, but if you see the Marche's arm right here, and the homegirl here, they have like a kind of a harder light, like a real sunlight harder hit. So I think we cracked that window just a little bit, not the window, but the curtain enough to let some like hard light in. So we wanted some real natural light coming in, but we also kept the curtains closed, so there's just a nice soft light everywhere else, okay? I can also tell by looking at Sade here that we put another light up for this angle. We probably bounced into the ceiling. We shot straight up into the ceiling up here somewhere, and that's what's giving them a nice little light this direction here. There's also for sure a light to the left of them over here with a big soft, like big old kind of like we call it rags, but some kind of big old frame or a rag. We probably T-boned it, but there's a big soft diffusion fabric and the lights going through there to give them a soft light in here. But we probably added one more just for this shot here, not on the other shots that you see in this scene though. And then in the out here in the hallway, there's another light shining in there for sure. We have coming down the hallway here. I hope you can see my arrow. And then we also there's a light coming from the bathroom, a little warm light. And there's also another light that you can't see around the corner in that bedroom behind that hallway that's giving, I just don't know if you guys can see my arrow here, but if you can, the light on Marche, the girl in the salmon color shirt here, in the J's, she's getting a hair light on her hair from a light that's just barely beyond that corner, shining straight down to give her a hair light. So I have a hair light on her. I've got another light coming down the hall. I have another warm light coming in from the bathroom. I have a soft light being diffused that's hitting everyone from the left side over here. Then I have another light that's probably bouncing right into the ceiling that's lighting everyone frontal right now so we can see them here, wave at her. Then we have a giant 1200 light outside this big old sliding glass door that's giving them most of the nice soft light in here. And we have the big 1200 light just shining in here with that diffused curtain helping us out with the little sliver of real light coming in. And we're trying to appear to look like a real light, like it's the sun, but it's really just a light because the sun doesn't even shine through there like that. But yeah, so that's the lighting set up there. They now walk into this kitchen and so they walk into this kitchen. This, I believe, we did shoot during the day, and we use a lot of just natural light that's coming through the windows from the sun here. And then we also obviously I have a little tube light that you can't see. I put a little like tube light by the stove to give her here, as well as another light that we're bouncing into the ceiling. And then there's a lot of light coming just from the sky and the ambient light to this window. I believe we might have a light out here. We might not. I don't know. It might look good at the time, and I might have just ran a scene. Sometimes I try to do the best I can with natural lights to save time, but sometimes if you know it's going to be a long time and it's not going to be consistent and the sun's going to go down, you have to light outside the window, even if it's daytime, in my opinion. So this scene here, same thing. There's a light being bounced, overall ambient. There's also light coming in. I also have a Stera tube. There's a tube right here that's lighting over here to the left of the door. You see this sliding glass door here and the fridge. In between the fridge and the door, that's lit kind of actually. That was really dark over there, so I know I put some kind of light in there. I think it might have been just a really bright, a Titan Astera, like almost all the way up. And we might have bounced it, or we might have just like wasted off a little bit so it wasn't so like obvious that was, reflecting off the wall. But I found a balance here that made it look even. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the scene, believe it or not, man. You guys would be surprised how much we have to do. And a lot of times, like this angle here, usually there's two cameras. This one, I think we couldn't fit in the kitchen, so we only have one camera at a time going back and forth. But normally we have 2 cameras always rolling at a time on this series on each direction. So it gets really hard because I have to light both directions versus just lighting one direction like most people do. So, but yeah, that's pretty much this scene, man. We shot in the kitchen, we shot in the living room, and we shot her coming through the door all different times. But this is overall probably a good, with setup and shooting and breakdown, this scene alone is probably, this is about 8 hours here of shooting time. It took us probably 8 hours total, 8 to 9 hours total just for this one scene, spaced over different days and different times. Because of lighting setup and shooting time and the whole logistics and audio and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was that scene. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't do a lot of these. I got to get better at, being more clear when I speak and not saying and do all this shit. But I'm just trying to get my feet wet more and show you guys more things that I do behind the scenes when I'm shooting these series and these episodes and any kind of video project I do, really. I do a lot of different stuff, from commercials to music videos to documentaries to everything. So, but when I do scripted stuff like this, there's a lot that goes into the lighting that you guys would never even know, that I try to make so subtle that you don't even know there's lighting there. And it feels like it's natural, but it's really light is everywhere. Sometimes I have like 11 lights playing. Sometimes it's like 7. Sometimes I have a lot of stuff going on. You wouldn't even believe in most of these scenes, but I try to do my best in making it look like it's not obvious, and we don't see the lights, and we don't see the light on people too much, or we don't really see reflections in weird windows or off the wall or something, or off a microwave. Sometimes I see a horrible Tubi movie clip somewhere. You can see the lights and reflection of the windows and shit. I'm like, bruh. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna be dropping more shit on my Instagram, on TikTok, and I should probably put this on YouTube. You might even see this on YouTube if you're watching this right now. But if not, I'm gonna start doing a little more stuff on my YouTube channel as well. So thank y'all so much for watching, and peace.